Hi everyone! Mag-uusap na naman tayo about skincare, and skincare. At dahil summer na, tingnan nyo, tirik na yung araw sa labas. The time has come for you to lip sync for your life. Char! But it is time for an updated body sunscreens video. And unlike a few years ago, meron na tayong wider range of options from very, very trusted brands. So I'm happy to say, kahit ano pang skin type mo or kahit high or low budget ka, there is going to be a sunscreen for you in this video. So wala nang any, let's list down our best body sunscreens for this summer. So as per usual, inorganize ko yung mga sunscreens natin into 3 different budget levels, starting with our first budget level. This is for those na maraming budget. Na yung top option natin for this budget level is, yes, ang pinakamahal sa listahan na to, but interestingly, ito rin yung pinakasulit per ml. And not only that, this is also our only sunscreen in this list na galing sa Australia, which is, kung hindi nyo pa alam, it's the skin cancer capital of the world, so mahigpit ang regulation nila sa mga sunscreens. And the sunscreen that I'm talking about is the Woolworths Sunscreen SPF 50+ Everyday Lotion. And for those na matagal nang nagsha-shopping ng skincare, especially sa Shopee and sa Lazada, I'm sure na daanan niyo na to one way or another. I'll explain to you why later. But for those na alam na yung brand na to, here are my complete thoughts on it. Na yung Woolworths, actually, para lang siyang equivalent ng maybe SM or Robinson Supermarket sa Australia. So you might be curious, what's so special sa sunscreen na to? Ito kasi guys, this is one of the few sunscreens accessible to us in the Philippines na mabibili mo sa Shopee and Lazada na available in 1 liter. Yes, tama ang narinig din nyo, 1 liter. It's giving absolute drinking water. Char! And kaya nasabi ko rin kanina na baka familiar to sa inyo because the 1 liter version of this, lagi ko talaga siya nakikita sa Shopee and sa Lazada. As in yung meron siyang big pump packaging talaga na ang laki-laki. Now when it comes to yung pump packaging na malaking sunscreens, in fairness naman to other brands, let's say like Supergoop, meron din naman sila. Pero if i-compare nyo kasi yung presyo, si Supergoop for 500 ml, it's already I think around mga 4,000 plus. Pero itong si Woolworths for just 1 liter, it's 1,000 pesos. As in guys, literal piso per ml to pag binili mo yung malaking size. And take note, Australian sunscreen to. Now when it comes to the protection of this product, this is SPF 50+ with broad spectrum protection, meaning it will protect you from both UVA and UVB rays. Aside from that, this is also tested for up to 4 hours of water resistance. Actually, nakalagay siya dito sa label. And that's very ideal for swimming or very active lifestyles in general. Now, when it comes to yung UV filters or yung sunscreen ingredients nito, they use 4 organic or chemical filters. Specifically, yung very reliable combination of avobenzone, homosalate, octocrylene, and octisalate. This is also drying alcohol-free, but it does have fragrance. Actually, may pagka-traditional sunscreen smell siya, to be honest with you guys. Pero hindi naman siya sobrang nakaka-bother. Now, moving on to the feel of this product on the skin, actually, at first talaga, since parang supermarket sunscreen to sa Australia, I wasn't really expecting so much out of it. Especially since at first, ay nga, naamoy ko na yung traditional sunscreen smell. And for me kasi parang smell of trauma yun. Char! Pero in fairness dito guys from a lotion-type cream, it does spread onto the skin relatively easily onto a natural finish na walang white cast. And also, it leaves your skin with a hydrated feeling. Na compared to other traditional sunscreens na parang kaamoy nito, like let's say Banana Boat or Beach Hut, this is definitely more lightweight than usual. So if you don't really mind yung parang traditional smell nga ng sunscreen, this is actually a pretty good option. In fact, it's really, really good for what you're paying for kasi again, uulitin ko, piso per ml to na Australian sunscreen. Nakakaloka siya. Now, this is also something I would recommend as a 2-in-1 lotion and sunscreen. Definitely, wag ka na mag-lotion when you're using this because meron na rin tong mga moisturizing ingredients and meron na rin siyang parang moisturizing effect that helps keep your skin soft and smooth throughout the day. So, parang nag-lotion ka na rin kapag nilagay mo to. I think this is also a good sunscreen for families or let's say parents na kasi nag-share talaga kayo ng sunscreens with yung family ninyo. Especially kapag meron kayong family outing or summer trip, this is an excellent option and relatively better than the other sunscreens na lotion type in the market na medyo traditional. Aside from that, I could also recommend this for people who just don't want to think about buying a sunscreen all the time. Yung hindi naman kayo papalit-palit ng sunscreen. As in gusto nyo, one-time, big-time purchase lang. O eto na, you can try this one first. But kung nagustuhan nyo to, then you can move move to the 1,000 peso 1 liter packaging. And ang hula ko is that will probably last you maybe half a year, maybe even longer, depende sa lifestyle ninyo, kung lumalabas kayo palagi or natatapat kayo sa araw palagi. But regardless, wala ka nang iisipin for a long time. So if you do want to try it out first though, itong mas maliit nila is actually at just 299 pesos for 100 ml. That's still a really good price point kahit hindi siya piso per ml. Now just to clarify, because baka merong magtanong sa inyo, since this is piso per ml technically, yung malaki nito, bakit nasa high budget level siya kung technically mas sulit siya? And the simple answer is because yung piso per ml na 1,000 is still 1,000 pesos. And syempre, ang reality is hindi naman lahat merong 1,000 pesos na panggastos on just sunscreen. So, I mean, kung ikaw kaya niyo yun, then good for you, congratulations. Pero yung iba kasi hindi budget friendly yun for them. In fact, sa iba parang isang buong routine na yun for them. So, let's respect that accordingly. Na aside from yung Woolworths na sunscreen, just to share some other alternatives na body sunscreens na gustong-gusto ko rin, specifically for those na either sensitive sa fragrance or for those who just want a fast-absorbing na gel, I have 2 recommendations for you in this budget level. First, yung previously kong nirecommend na Verdio UV Moisture Gel. That one is fragrance-free and also drying alcohol-free. Water-resistant na rin siya, so it's really good for those na medyo sensitive yung skin. Especially, meron din siyang mga soothing ingredients. Now, another one that I have recommended previously is yung Anessa Perfect UV Skincare Gel. That one is alcohol-based, but it does absorb onto the skin really fast, and okay din yung water resistance nun. Personally, yun yung option ko kapag pumupunta ako sa beach or kapag nag-travel ako because, well, ako rin personally guys nagugustuhan ko yung amoy niya. Sorry, medyo mababaw pero mabango kasi talaga siya. And hindi siya yung mabango na masakit sa ulo. Na yung dalawang yun, I have already reviewed them in another video, so if you're interested in checking those 2 out, ililink ko na lang kayo dito if gusto nyong malaman yung thoughts ko about it. However, if ang budget nyo right now is just 500 pesos below, I'm still very happy to report marami pa ring mga magagandang options ngayon for body sunscreens. As we move on to our next budget level, this is for those na medyo may budget. And share ko lang guys, personal favorite ko tong budget level na to because yung mga favorites ko talaga gamitin ng mga body sunscreens are all in this list, plus another bonus. All of the sunscreens in this budget level can also be used on your face. So start muna tayo sa sunscreen na kaka-mention ko lang actually lately, and if you've been watching my videos na mga body skincare related, probably ilang beses nyo na naririnig na mention ko to this year. It's another value for money pick, and it is the QUICKFX Vita Sunscreen. Na dahil nga pang ilang beses ko na ito mention sa channel ko, papasadaanan ko na lang siya in this video, but if you do want a full review on this, as well as my personal thoughts on it, it is in my best Watson's products under 500 na video. I'll just link that here. And also, ito rin yung nasa current summer body care routine ko as not just a 2-in-1 daytime lotion and sunscreen, but also okay din siya as a 2-in-1 face moisturizer and face sunscreen. And again guys, ang pinaka gusto kong i-emphasize dito, 200 ml for 499 pesos. Sulit na sulit pa rin yon compared to other sunscreens na 500 plus. It might not be piso per ml, pero sulit na sulit pa rin yon compared to other sunscreens na let's say 500 plus pero around 50 ml of product lang yung makukuha mo. Plus, available pa sa mga Watsons. Na siguro ang masasabi ko lang about this product is it's more of a daily sunscreen or maybe even an indoor sunscreen. Since hindi rin kasi siya water resistant, it's not something that you would use kunyari magsiswimming ka, kung sobra ka mapapawisan, magsisports, swimming, or even beach. It's more of for those na araw-araw pupunta sila sa office pero matatapat sila sa araw kasi lalabas sila ng office from time to time for maybe lunch, or people na let's say meron kayong mga errands or mga gawa-gawain araw-araw that will require you to go out from time to time, then okay din to for that. But for those na medyo mas active yung lifestyle nila or let's say nagpapawis talaga yung katawan nila throughout the day, I'm happy to say we have 2 more options that are water resistant. Now first of those 2 recommendations is a sunscreen na for sensitive skin types na ayaw nila yung mga sunscreens na kapag nadaan nila sa eyelid area nila parang medyo humahapde. Now to be fair, ito namang si QUICKFX, hindi naman din siya ganon, as in okay na okay siya even for sensitive skin types. But specifically for those na gusto talaga ng water resistant pero ayaw nila ng parang alcohol based, itong next sunscreen na to is actually the best for you. And ito naman is from a Japanese brand. It's the KissMe Mommy UV Mild Gel. Now this is actually the second time na minimension ko itong brand na KissMe Mommy, and formulated kasi talaga siya to be gentle even for kids, as in ganun ka mild yung formulation nila. Na actually at first akala ko magiging mineral mineral sunscreen to because yun yung usually may mga marketing na mild or parang okay for mga babies. But actually, it's not. And the sunscreen actually has yung organic or yung chemical na UV filters. And actually, that was a very pleasant surprise for me and it just really proves na hindi porket chemical sunscreen siya, parang magiging mahapdi na siya sa mata or hindi na siya pwede maging mild. In fact, meron pa ako na-try na mineral sunscreens na humapdi sa mata ko. So, it just proves na you can't really generalize na hindi lahat ng mineral sunscreens are mild, hindi lahat ng chemical sunscreens are mahapdi. Pero itong topic na to, siguro for another video na siya. But anyway, moving on to the protection of this sunscreen, SPF 33 PA3+ siya. Still very, very good in my opinion because yung SPF 33, that still does block up to 97% of UVB rays. So, yun yung nakakasunog. And then yung PA3+, that still blocks up to 90% of UVA rays or yung rays na nakaka-age or yung nakaka-dark spots. Na ingredients-wise, this does have just 2 UV filters pero mga very reliable filters sila. We have octinoxate that blocks UVB and Uvinol A+, which is an advanced and very stable filter that blocks UVA. And dahil nga mild to, this is fragrance and drying alcohol free. Again, perfect for those na medyo sensitive yung skin types. Now, as for the feel of this on the skin, they do say it's a gel sa pangalan niya, but this is honestly, for me, more of a cream gel type to. It really does look like a cream at first, but when you spread it onto the skin, dun lumalabas yung parang burst of hydration. Magiging watery na siya, and actually at first, akala ko magiging shiny siya, but surprisingly, the more you spread it, it sets onto your skin a bit more natural. Now, for those of you na medyo light hydration lang yung gusto nila sa umaga, maybe a watery lotion, or maybe even just a soothing gel before kayo mag-body sunscreen, this one is already actually a 2-in-1 option that can take the place of those products. But also at the same time, okay din to for those na medyo active yung lifestyle because may water resistance siya. Na price-wise naman, for 100 ml of product, it is in the 500 plus pesos price range. I know compared to the other sunscreens or other products in this video, medyo mas mahal yung price per ml niya. Pero compared to smaller body sunscreens, not bad pa rin to, guys. And it still definitely has a place in this list as a good water-resistant sunscreen for sensitive skin. But don't worry guys, because sa price range na to, yun na yung pinakamahal. And if hindi naman super sensitive yung skin mo, you want a faster absorbing sunscreen na actually pwede not just for the body, but also for the face, especially if you have oily skin, this next product is for you. This one is also one of my new favorites, and in fairness talaga dito, hindi ko in-expect na matutuwa ako sobra sa kanya. It's the new sunscreen from LUXE ORGANIX, which is their SPF 150 Maxshield Face and Body Cooling Sunscreen. O diba? Ang dami na naman, ang haba na naman ng pangalan. Pero nakakaloka guys it's not SPF 80, not SPF 100, but SPF 150. Sagad na sagad. And actually guys, parang ang tagal ko nang hindi nakagamit ng ganitong mga sunscreens na, alam mo yun, parang anything above SPF 50. Kasi diba nung nalaman natin na SPF 50 blocks already up to 98% of UV rays and is more or less good enough. And usually mga ganito kasi nakikita natin siya dati sa mga traditional na sunscreen. So yung mga beach hut, banana boat, na again, hindi naman natin masyadong nagustuhan yung paggamit sa kanila. At the time, hindi ko alam kung nag-improve na sila ngayon. Now for those na curious kung meron pa bang bearing or meron bang relevance yung mga SPF 100 or mga SPF 150 na sunscreens, meron ba silang any benefit sa skin natin or sa sun protection sa skin natin? Actually, technically, yes, meron pa rin naman. Meron kang dagdag na 1% protection. So, 99% na yung UVB protection sa skin mo kapag gumamit ka ng higher SPF sunscreens. But there are actually a little bit more benefits than that. Now, according to board-certified dermatologist Dr. Andrea Suarez or Dr. Dre, na kilalang-kilala niya sa YouTube channel niya, ang SPF 100 and maybe higher might be able to offer higher protection in a sense na mas matagal din kasi mag-wear off yung sun protection ng mga higher SPF. At to that, yung human error natin kasi hindi naman tayo perfect lagi maglagay ng sunscreen sa skin natin. Yung added SPF numbers nito can actually be a bit of a safety net for sun protection. Para kunyari, medyo nakulangan kayo ng sunscreen isang araw, yung taas ng SPF nito, in a way lang naman, parang medyo binabawi niya kasi mas mataas and mas matagal yung protection nito. Na hindi yun ibig sabihin na hindi ka na magre-reapply kapag gamit mo yung mga ganito kataas na SPF na sunscreens. It also doesn't mean na pwede ka na magbabad sa araw pag gamit mo yung mga ganito. Again, it's just more of an additional safety net or parang pampaboost ng sunscreen mo, which in my opinion, welcome na welcome naman yung ganon. Na as you guys know, usually yung mga ganito kataas na SPF na sunscreens, ito yung usually na-associate natin with yung mga traditional white and heavy sunscreens na pag nilagay mo sa mukha, magmumukha ka ng clown, magmumukha ka ng Mark Zuckerberg. Hindi ko alam kung nakita niyo yung picture niya na sobrang puting-puti yung mukha mukha. But to my surprise, hindi talaga. As in, even on the face, ang ganda ng lagay nito. As in, nashooked ako guys. Now, I will show you guys the texture and the feel of this on the skin in just a little bit, pero breakdown muna natin yung ingredients nito. So this is also an organic or a chemical sunscreen with 2 UV filters. Same lang actually sa previous product natin. Our very reliable octinoxate to block UVB and Uvinol A+ to block UVA. This also does have some hydrating and soothing ingredients like panthenol, aloe vera, centella asiatica, and calendula. And surprise, surprise, this is also fragrance and drying alcohol free. So while medyo traditional sunscreen yung SPF level niya, actually yung fragrance nito does not smell anything at all like traditional sunscreens. And start pa lang yun sa mga good things that I have to say about this product because ito talaga yung consistency nito, it really impressed me. So when you dispense this onto the skin, it does actually look like a typical white lotion at first until you spread it and then wait a few seconds, bigla lang siyang magme-melt and magbe-blend easily onto the skin. From there, it does finish off very natural, wala masyadong shine, and of course, walang white cast. As in, I was really expecting this to be a sunscreen na baka medyo makintab kasi nga body sunscreen din siya. Pero in fairness, hindi siya shiny even when I put it sa face. And given nga na parang ang impressive ng pag-blend nito sa face, this easily makes it to my list of face and body sunscreens na totoong pwede sa face. Meaning, sa kanilang dalawa na ni QUICKFX yung award. And kung si QUICKFX, ito yung pinakasulit na face and body sunscreen, I would argue itong si LUXE ORGANIX naman, not bad na yung presyo niya for a water-resistant na face and body sunscreen for 449 pesos, 100 ml na yun. In my opinion, right now or by far, one of the lightest and the best for active lifestyles na face and body sunscreen. And again, kung oily skin ka and hindi ka naman sobrang sensitive, you really have to try this. Alright, so now let's move on to our last budget level, and kung 300 pesos or less lang yung budget ninyo, of course, meron pa rin tayong mga options dyan as we move to our final budget level. This is for those na nagtitipid or may drugstore budget. So first up on this list, may gusto lang akong ibalik na sunscreen because surprisingly, pasok din siya sa budget level na to, and that is yung kaka-mention lang natin kanina na Woolworths sunscreen. Gaya nga na minention ko kanina guys, hindi lang sulit yung 1 liter nito, but even this one na 100 ml, 299 pesos. As in, ka-level na yun ng ibang mga body products or even body sunscreens sa Watsons, mas mura pa nga to by a little bit. And again, for 299 pesos, that's stable protection, 4 hours water resistance, and of course, yung quality ng Australian sunscreens na highly sought after kasi nga heavily regulated yung sunscreens nila doon. So while medyo may amoy nga lang siya ng traditional sunscreen, above average naman yung pagka-lightweight niya on the skin and high protection, 4 hours water resistance, gaya na minention ko kanina, you still get a lot of value for this. Another sunscreen which I think is still worth mentioning sa price range na to is one that I talked about noong 2022. For those of you who still remember the Watsons Love My Skin Very High Protection Sunscreen, if I'm not mistaken, this is also around 250 pesos or less kapag sale. Na ito, nandun siya sa Best Watsons Body Care from 2022 na video ko, and in a way, medyo may pagka-similar siya kay Woolworths. Medyo cream lotion nga lang to, but it is still water resistant and high protection din siya at SPF 50 PA4+. So kung maubusan kayo ng Woolworths online and Watsons lang ang meron yung access, this could be an alternative. And medyo similar pa yung price niya. But if you do want a full review of this, again, ililink ko na lang yung video na yon dito sa i-button. Pero kung nasa Watsons ka na lang din, and if you're looking for a lightweight body sunscreen na very accessible din, there is one last option na maganda, and this is from a Thai brand. And in fairness talaga sa Thai brand na to, it continues to impress me more and more. It's the very accessible brand Cathy doll, and it's their Non-Greasy Body Sun Serum. Alam nyo, in fairness talaga sa brand na to, consistent kong nakikita sa Watsons, sa Mercury Drug, even sa 7-Eleven meron to. As in, ganun siya ka-accessible. Now, this is actually a sunscreen that I've been using on and off since 2022. Sa mga friends ko na bumisita na sa condo ko, na actually hindi masyado madami yon. Pero ito kasi yung sunscreen na nilalagay ko doon sa guest bathroom ko dito sa condo. And yes, meron akong sunscreen na nilalagay sa guest bathroom ko. Yun yung perks pag bumisita kayo rito. Sure. But anyway, parang lately ko lang naalala na, oo nga no, very light pala talaga to on the body, very easy to use, and also very accessible kasi available to sa mga Watsons. In fairness dito, medyo later on ko na talaga siya mas na-appreciate as that. Na protection-wise, this is also an SPF 50 PA3+ na sunscreen. High protection pa rin naman yon. This is also a hybrid sunscreen which uses a mix of the very reliable octinoxate na organic or chemical filter and titanium dioxide na mineral filter naman. Surprisingly, this also does have niacinamide 5th on its ingredients list, which is of course extra points for those na gusto mag-brighten ng skin. Apart from that, this is also drying alcohol free but does have a little bit of fragrance fragrance. Hindi naman yung parang sobrang lakas, para siyang medyo aloe na scent. Actually, parang medyo aloe, flowery, hindi ko sobrang ma-pinpoint, pero medyo sweet yung scent niya. Na as you apply this product onto your skin, medyo cream talaga siya at first, and up until you blend it, mukhang magkakaroon siya ng white cast. But the more you blend it, bigla siyang magiging parang watery, leaving you with a finish na slightly glowy lang, na eventually nagdi-disappear din naman. Hindi naman siya parang bothersome kasi sa body lang naman, and hindi na naman kumikintab yung body mo, nawawala din siya through time. And in fairness talaga sa name nito once fully blended, hindi talaga siya greasy. As in, presko yung feeling niya sa body. I think really good option sa summer. Na price-wise, this is regularly at 299 pesos but for 50 ml only. Definitely, merong mga cheaper price per ml, but for me, ang binabayaran mo rito is really the accessibility of the product. Kasi nga, di ba, ultimo 7-Eleven meron ito. And compared to others na 299, yes, you do get more product, pero medyo mas makapal ito compared to this one. So for that reason, I could recommend this as parang emergency body sunscreen ko, just in case hindi ako makapagdala on a summer trip out. And in fairness naman kay Cathy doll, again, available siya. Very reliable din. And if you do want to see those reviews, or kung gusto mo pa tingnan yung sunscreen na to or any other sunscreens na mention ko sa video na to, I will be linking all the legit product links sa description box. And if you are using sunscreens as a support para magpa-brighten ang body ninyo, I also do have more content that you might want to watch na baka makatulong sa journey ninyo. So I will be leaving them here if you want to see them. And as usual guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!